Hello, I'm Luke Ford, and this is how I spend the secular New Year. It is, Monday, December 31st, 2007, and I've got the latest issue of the Jewish Press here, Orthodox newspaper out of Brooklyn, and on the front page is an article by Sue Fishkoff. I've got a long interview with her on my website, lukeford.net, and also in my book, Yesterday's News Tomorrow, Inside American Jewish Journalism. Here you go. And she writes here in the latest issue of the Jewish Press, under the headline, McCain-Lieberman scenario is the buzz at OU Confab. Los Angeles, Dateline. Radio host Michael Medved, a Republican, and political scientist David Luchins, former advisor to the late U.S. Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan, Democrat, New York, disagree on just about everything related to the presidential race, except the idea of John McCain. Now, I'm a Republican, been a Republican all my life, except for kind of a 2-year quasi-flirtation with Marxism, socialism, and I voted for the Labour Party in Australia in 1989. So, aside from that, I'm a Republican, and I go to a lot of right-wing events, and there's no enthusiasm for John McCain there. Real Republicans do not like John McCain. He's sold us out. John McCain believes in global warming. He was the sponsor of that horrible campaign finance regulation. He's probably crazy about secondhand smoke. So there's no enthusiasm for John McCain in true Republican circles. So I felt kind of sad when I heard my friend Matt Welch was writing a book about him, because McCain ain't going anywhere in the Republican race for president. Now, back to this article by Sue Fishkoff. In a campaign that they say is filled with adulterers, fundamentalists, crooks, bigots, and wildcards, the GOP senator from Arizona is the only candidate both men say they could endorse, especially if his running mate was Senator Joseph Lieberman, the Sabbath-observant Democrat turned independent who crossed party lines last week to endorse the Republican war hero. On Sunday at the Orthodox Union's West Coast Torah Convention in Beverly Hills, during a session titled, Should Torah Jews Vote Democrat or Republican?, Medved and Luchins examined the campaign lineup and ruminated on which candidates deserve the support of Orthodox voters, the majority of whom bucked the overall Jewish trend and voted for President Bush in 2004. The two men trashed one candidate after another until a woman in the back of the room offered the final question of the day. What about a McCain-Lieberman ticket? Head swiveled back to enjoy what would surely be another of Medved's sharp witticisms as he skewered the woman's political naivety. But no, Medved paused. He'd had lunch several times with McCain, he confessed, and maybe he couldn't tell about it. It was off the record. Turn off the tape, one man shouted. Smiling, Medved relented. I don't think it's an unthinkable possibility, and it would be a very strong ticket. Though he's not ready to give up on the Republicans, and although Luchins is still holding out hope for a strong Democratic ticket, the two agreed that a McCain-Lieberman 2008 wasn't a bad idea at all. And you can read more about this story and other related news on my website, lukeford.net.